Guys, TanTrum's here, and today I'm going to comment you some rank gameplays with the Echo Fake Mage. So it will be at rank 4. I hope you will enjoy the video, and so here we go. So as usual, when you play Echo Fake Mage, you try to prevent your opponent know that you're playing with the giant, so they can't really play around your biggest threat. Um, Here against the hunter, he's just going to rush you down, so it doesn't really matter. Apart from him being a smart hunter, but here you just mulligan for your early cards, Mad Scientist plus Unstable sometimes, but you really want to have your Molten in the starting end. So if you got the two Moltens, just keep them because they are really important, and without them you can't win the game. Alistrosa is sometimes a win condition, but you can't mulligan for a 9 mana card. Because you have to sustain before this moment. So here we've got the two mad scientists, which are really nice. Sometimes the first one can proc an effigy, and when you play the second one, you don't have or duplicate, and the second one has not a really good nice value. But in this matchup, when you see like Horse Rider, you know that it's either Face Hunter or Hybrid Hunter. So here we can either play the Ace Block to make sure we've got another secret, but then the other mad scientist is not that great. Or we can just destroy this creature, opt for the Ace Block, and play our second mad scientist, and we just reduce the damage on board. So here we got the effigy, which is a bit unfortunate. So playing the mad scientist will have less value, of course, but in this matchup you don't want to have crazy effigy. This effigy just gives you tempo to trade with the board of the hunter. So here he's got always offer. We top deck. I mean, it's not a top deck, but we got the Molten Giant, which is the win condition in this matchup, as it is in a lot of matchup, but particularly in this one when you really want to have it quickly. He's putting us at 18, which is still okay. So here just go for the draw. Nice top deck. We are going to ping the 4/1 and just to trade in a mad scientist to reduce the maximum damage we can. So we got the counter spell. A counter spell is really a nice secret. A nice secret against hunter because they don't have that much spell. I mean, they have some spells, but all of their spells are valuable. It's not like against priest when you just sometimes you counter like a power wall shield, which is not that great. Here they got secrets which are annoying. I mean traps. They got the kill command, they got the quick shot, they got the unleash, they got the hunter's mark. All those spells are really nice to counter. So here I can either water elemental or play the molten giant. I'm forced here to play the ice block because later on I will have no time. I mean no mana to play it maybe. So I just want to play it now, so then I can play a bit safer. So here I go for the molten because here if it's hybrid, like if it's a freezing trap, my water elemental will be just destroyed because when attacking you will get an extra charge, and then so here it just attacks. But my water elemental, which will cost 6, and it will be really bad. Though if I play my molten and attack, even at if it's a freezing trap, I just can play it freely for 8 because I'm at 8 health. So it's a freezing trap, so you get an extra charge, but doesn't really matter. We have the molten. We've got the 2 healbots in hand, which are really nice. And here I can either go for the healbot or water elemental. Healbot is a bit safer because I don't want him to pop my Ace Block too soon. So I put some damage on the board and I set up like a 3 turns lethal here. So let's see what he does. Web spinner. So he seems to be like it's really strange version because he played the horse rider, he plays the web spinner. It's like a hybrid mid-range hunter. He got the shredders. Okay. So 11 health, still okay. We got the ice blocks, and here yeah, we have the Echo of Medivh. So here it's the best time to do it because we do it on the two best cards we can do against hunter. So just play another giant to set up lethal and throw the board, so we can just go face and ignore his board. And here we just have lethal next turn. We've got 20 with the hero power, so he needs to destroy at least one of our minion, but we have one counter spell plus one effigy, so I mean it's nearly impossible for him to avoid dying next turn, unless he plays some sort of freezing trap plus taunt, or have like double Hunter's Mark, plus quick shot, plus unleash, but doesn't seem really likely to be it. Um, yeah, yeah, doesn't run Kaizen also, so he's going to silence his own trader to try to he can pop the ice block. So he does it in the wrong order because he could have attacked with the weapon first and just pop our ice block at 2 health. Little misplay for him. And so here we still have the lethal in board, so yeah, he kills command our little bot, but we have the counter spell, so yeah. Rip. We got the lethal, yeah. Just well fought. Yeah, as you saw, yeah, with the Molten, with the Echo, with the little bot, those are the main, those are the I mean, almost the only cards that you want to get, and just your mad scientist to get the ice block and sometimes another secrets like effigy, so that even if they remove a bit of your board, you still have lethal next turn with the new creature. So here we are playing against a priest. Against a priest, you want to have Doomsayer Frost Nova because it just destroys their board. They can have like Vol'jin, but it's not that much played, and Shadow Word Pain. That's why having playing the water elemental first can sometimes bait this Shadow Word Pain, and then you can play safer your Doomsayer Frost Nova and destroy their wall board. It's like we're playing with Freeze Mage. When you play Freeze Mage and you just Doomsayer Frost Nova their wall board, it's like 95% you win. So here just playing the Cleric. So here we are going to play the unstable just to fake the Tempo Mage. This golem is not that great. Like it's a bad unstable, but you can do nothing about it. Not playing it because here he has no value and it makes him draw, so not that great. Here, yeah, we got the Arcane Intellect, so just go for the draw. Arcane Intellect, so when you mulligan against the priest, you want Doomsayer, Frost Nova, Terrorisan, and Arcane Intellect. Those are the main important cards in this matchup. And Water Elemental, if you have Doomsayer, Frost Nova in the mulligan, is really nice because, as I said, you can counter or bet the Shadow Word Pain. So here, Water Elemental is really nice because it just trade with the 1/3 Cleric. We have a nice hand. We have Telethan. So here, yeah, he's got the Shadow Word Pain. So nice for us because our Doomsayer Frost Nova will be likely to work. Villain Susan doesn't really matter that much. So here you have to counter also your cards because here if I go for the draw, if I top deck a duplicate, I won't be able to play it after a certain amount of time. So just don't try to go for all the Arcane Intellect and all for the draw, because then it's a bit annoying when you have 10 cards in hand, because of course you got a good Telethan value, but your duplicate doesn't work unless you want to overdraw. Yeah, here as you see, he's like, yeah, this Tempo Mage has really bad starting hand, so he BMs us, but he doesn't know what's going to to happen to him. So he's got like I would say a regular Dragon Priest early game. Thorisan here has not a crazy value, but it's still okay because we played it on like 9 cards. The best cards to mulligan with reduce with Thorisan are often Alexstrasza, Flame Strike, Echo. Those are the cards you want to reduce with Thorisan, but here he was too great. I wanted to play him on the curve, and since I don't have yet my Frost Nova, I have to contest a bit the board to not take that much damage, because even Priest can sometimes rush you. So here I played my effigy, of course, to get some value on Thorisan, because it's a control matchup, so you want to have some resources and to try to bait the Shadow Word Death as his answer, to avoid him like to play a lot of minions and not having still your board clear. So here, you when you got this, you have to be careful because it gives you a spare part. So if you have 10 cards in hand, you will just lose your spare part. So you have to think of it before attacking. So just using some cards. Here, um, I'm going to go for an aggressive play. Playing the counter spell here is can be a good idea because I'm attacking of course in the 3/6 because if he goes, I've got two Moltens and so I can just start to play one. I'm at 15 health, so I mean it's playable and it's not that I cost it like when it costs 8 mana or 9 mana. It's bad Molten, but here I'm just going to play it and avoid, like if he lights bomb, I'm just waiting for light bomb. So if he light bombs, then I just have he uses his Walton and I've got another big drop. Here I'm just going to use this spare part first because the 3/6 as a can trade it, and then he could have made us overdraw is like because we were at like 9 cards and attacking or smiting in this if he does it like 2 times he could have make us overdraw. So here he has to attack or deal 3 times damage in this guy to make us overdraw, so it's really unlikely, even more with the counter spell. So avoiding the trade and just playing around some overdraw play. It's like when you play against Tempo Mage and they may have the spell slinger, or when you have the duplicate and you don't want to overdraw. So here he fills the board, the Nova, okay, so that he can clear the board. But here got wrecked. Counter spell here. You can't kill this guy. Alexstrasza is nice because it can close quickly the game against Priest. So first I can attack in this, try to have the spare part. I can also draw with the Arcane Intellect. Like if I top deck a flame, yeah, but if I top deck a flame strike, it would cost 7, and so I can't play it. So doesn't really matter. Yeah, flame strike. So I can't use it this turn. So here I'm just going for the trade, not still rushing because it doesn't really matter since we have Alexstrasza in hand. Trading the 3/6 because it's like some kind of big creature for him, and it gives him the resources like 2 draws. Even if in this deck it doesn't have that answer to your deck, you don't want him to draw too much to get all his light bombs, all his legendaries. So FEG, when you have big creatures, of course, it's really nice. If I had duplicate, of course, I wouldn't have played because I would have overdrawn and ping for the face. I could have ping the 1/3, but you could have healed it, or I mean, doesn't really accomplish much. Yeah, we have got a really nice start. I mean, really nice mid game. Okay, Blackwing Corruptor, so we got another, it's a 6th drop. And, okay, Toshley. Toshley is kind of annoying because if you destroy it, he can makes us overdraw 1 card, I think. Yeah, that would be annoying. Let's see if he had the Shadow Ward Death. Seems to not have it. We are quite low, but it doesn't really matter against the priest because like they can't burst you unless they are like damage Valence priest or Talnos priest. So in this situation, and we still have Alexstrasza, we've got some heal. It's really unlikely that he can kill us in like 2 turns. So just flame strike. When you have the opportunity to just flame strike, of course we are not going to do Frost Nova with those 2 big creatures in the ball. So just flame strike, clear the board. Flame strike is really nice against priest because it's a lot of his minion, even dragon priest, because his creatures have no repop, so it's really nice. So here, in case he lights bomb, we just have another drop. I played the giant first, I think so. Oh, I mean, there was maybe, yeah, the giant was played first because this one is a repop, so if he lights bomb I will get another giant. So here, yeah, he's going for the cabal, so nice for him because he steals a big creature with that combo. um, so here we are still at lethal. Here Alex Straza is not really great because it just reduced the damage for one. We don't want to play it on our turn because it doesn't accomplish nothing, and we want to be in a flow to play giant freely. So here we've got two Frost Nova, so we can use one. Um, we can place some board and try to just rush him. So yeah, here just play just fill the board and go face with freezing the board. The only thing that punishes us a bit is like a light bomb, which would kill like 3 creatures. So here I'm just going to use the spare part on the Molten Giant. So in the case he has the light bomb, it doesn't kill the Molten Giant, and pass. And we have lethal next turn. Yeah, that seems the best play. And if he lights bomb, then I will get a nil bot, I think. So a 5 drop. So it's still okay. Okay, so it just clear the this. Yeah, I don't have any more FAG. What I'm talking about. So here, yeah, he has the Shadow Wall played, unfortunately. So we have 8 damage, so we can heal and pass to 10. So we don't have lethal. We don't have lethal now, and he has quite a strong board. So here it will be certainly Doomsayer Frost Nova to get rid of it. What is this? Can be sort of Smite, Shadow World Madness, or Cabal. Oh, not Cabal on the 3, so yeah, Shadow Madness. Yeah, he wants the whip up of the golem. Okay. So we've got 6 damages with the overpower, and he's at 10. So here, yeah, the greedy play is to play the Frost Nova and go face, but here, I mean, you have to Doomsayer Frost Nova. You've got 2 Doomsayer Frost Nova. Two Doomsayers. If you just go face and Frost Nova, if he only Nova you just destroy your board, and then you have nothing that can charge and make the lethal. So you just set up the Alexstrasza next turn. So you are going to attack to deal him like 6 damages, and then Doomsayer Frost Nova. Really unlikely for him that he has the second Shadow Wall Pen that will destroy his board, and at the same time prevents him to play like an Izera or this kind of stuff. So yeah, this Doomsayer Frost Nova seems to be the right play, and we can play the duplicate here because really unlikely for him like to just kill 1 minion. He doesn't really know what kind of secret it can be, yeah, he won't unless he has the Shadow Wall Pen, and then we got another Doomsayer, like 2 Doomsayers, but yeah, just going to suicide, and then next turn he would have passed. If he had not conceded, he would have passed, and we play Alexstrasza and we got duplicated on Alexstrasza, so that's really really great for us, and it was a game over for him. So yeah, Priest is kind of easy matchup for this Echo Fake Mage. Normally you are at like yeah, more than 80% against them. Okay, I'm going to remove this. So here, Druid. Druid is one of the toughest matchup with this deck, so it will be really hard. So you want in this matchup you want to have your Mad Scientist, your Unstable, your card draw, and your Molten. Molten are really important against this class, because even if it's not an aggro class, it can really kills you in like 5, 6, 7 turn, because you won't in this deck you won't play that much creatures, so it's just going to rush you down, set up a roar, and then you got wrecked, and that's why and if he just rushes you a lot but doesn't pop your block, then you can play your Molten to them, and you can really have hard time to remove those, particularly if you have FAG or this kind of stuff. So here playing the Unstable seems the best play. We can try to fake like we have another 2 drop. So let's see what we have. Yeah, this dragon egg, like really tough game, approaching incoming. Like here, you want to have something that can trade with the Donatus, and yeah, I got the Donatus. We have nothing to trade with it, so it's really annoying. So just Arcane Intellect. Um, we got the duplicate, ice block. Yeah, really bad end for the moment. We don't have the Molten. We don't have Echo, or we have the Taunt, but without the Molten, it's not that great. Counter spell can also be nice against Druid, but at this like if I played it this turn, he may Wrath next turn. I want to have something also to play against him. So I think yeah, playing the duplicate here, even if it's the worst card ever, like not the worst card, but I mean, if when he will remove this, I will be still able to play some creatures and maybe we'll trade and then I gain some time. So that's the idea here. Okay, here it's really nice. He used this keeper just to silence the egg, and we like little of BM because I was like, uh, I'm happy that he used his silence here. So I'm just playing the egg next turn. It got, I mean, it's not that crazy value on the duplicate, but since we don't have the Molten yet, we have to play something, and here the duplicate enables us to play some creatures. So here, double dragon eggs, and playing the counter spell here, it fits well in the curve. If he goes for like a sort of I don't know, for swipe or things like this, like trading the boss and swipe face, I can still counter his Molten, so it's nice. He can also boom. Yeah, okay, he plays a sludge, yeah. And just was telling to my friend that uh, I'm going to lose with Dragon Whelp. So here he has quite a strong board. So here we are at 18 health. So if he just rolls next turn, he pops our block. I mean, we don't have the block yet, so we have to play the block. And so in the other way we are dead, and I'm going to prevent the like the to be at like one or for him to pop the block. So I'm just going to Frost Nova. I've got the Flame Strike here, so playing the Frost Nova just before the Flame Strike is really nice. Destroying one of his mana also. It kills 3 creatures. Just have the Sludge remaining and the repop of the Shredder. So let's see what he has. Okay, 2/2 is the spell damage, a bit of annoying, but not that amazing creature for him. We are not in a great spot here. We are at 17. He has a little ball, but that can come quickly to big creatures for him. Like he can play Boom, he can play Wind Ragnaros, another Sludge. Yeah, the amount of creatures can really wreck us in the future turns. Here, yeah, we've got the Moltens. So as I said earlier, the Moltens are really nice against Dread, even if it's not an aggro list. So here, I think playing the Molten, I've got the. I'm going to taunt, of course, the giant because I don't want him to for the next turn when I play the effigy to attack him in the egg first and just have an effigy on a like I don't know like a 2 drops or shit like this. I'm going to Frost Nova because I don't want him to still kill the giant yet, because if he kills the giant I have just the ice block and the counter spell and no way for me to duplicate or echo or effigy his giant. So when you play your giant, just make sure you can trade it the next turn when you don't have things like that like duplicate or echo. I'm going to remove his board. Playing the effigy here is really nice because it just gave me an extra giant when he will trade in it. I think yeah, here I'm going to trade this sludge with the 2/1 because I want to get rid of it. Like if he goes for Rust for 1 on the 2/1, it will be a bit of an aim because he will draw a card and especially he will just deny our effigy on the giant. The water elemental will of course, because it puts more creature on the board, and I can just freeze one of his creature next turn to avoid him to trade easier in my wall. Um, so here we made a nice comeback. So as you see, playing the giant with the taunt is a nice way to stall the game. Okay, he's going for the trade here. Really nice, really nice. We just destroy a shade plus another minion and got an extra free Molten here. If he got the BG8, it's kind of bad because we don't have, apart from Extraza, we don't have that many creatures. So he's going for an aggressive playstyle, just putting us at 2 innervate. Living Roots would be a bit annoying because he would pop the block, and then. Yeah, and then it would be kind of okay, but still okay. It's the hero power, so great. Don't have our ice block procced. So here I could as Alex Straza, but if Alex Straza, I don't have him. I don't have lethal. Like I mean, like it's sure I have lethal in kind of way next turn, but I want to play it safe. So just playing second Molten. I just taunting the Molten, and here so just go face. You just want to maybe freeze one creature to avoid him, like with a simple roar to trade both of your giants, and you're not trading those. Yeah, I don't have to trade the other one. Just go face with the rest of your board. It just has one card, so if the with the combo it would have like 20 22, I think, like 14, yeah, I would have like 22, and it would pop the block, but next turn we have we would we have the lethal? No, but we have the Alexstrasza and the other ice block to protect us. So here he finds a way to pop the block, but with this board you can, like, he couldn't deal with it, and since we freeze the Druid of Claw, we avoid him to with the war to trade our giants. So here, even with the bad outcome with the unstable, we managed to kill this Druid because of the Molten taunt. Yeah, the Molten with Sunfury is really a nice way to recover against Druid, and that's why you have to mulligan for it. So here against the control war, it's really I won't say an extremely hard matchup for us, but it's kind of tough. You have to mulligan for Torisan is really the card you're looking for. So the way you win against Control Warrior is having Torithan, set up a duplicate before playing your Torithan. Water Elemental can be also great if it's Green Patron and you manage to duplicate it, but you have to aim for the duplicate Torithan. Then you have to clear his board, remove his threat, and at the same time let him damage you enough to play your Molten with the Echo, full the board with giants, play the duplicate, like two giants, play the one giant, set up the duplicate, then he kills your giant because he has no way to polymorph X or try to play around your duplicate. Then after destroying your Molten, you have two more Moltens, you play your Moltens, you Echo, you bait some brawls, and after the two brawls you win by overwhelming it with giants. So here we play the water elemental. We don't want to duplicate our elemental, even if it's great. Like against a rogue, you can play duplicate your water elemental against a rogue, but here we have the turn 5 duplicate and turn 6 Torisan, which is too great. So yeah, here it just bait a shield slam because it's an annoying minion for him. Oh, just going to remove this. So he wanted to remove it as quickly as possible. Here we've got a really, I won't say an amazing end, but because we have two heal bots which are not that great against a warrior, because you don't want to heal at all, because it's a long game and you want to be able to play your giant, because if he doesn't never damage you, that can be a problem, because if he knows that you're playing Echo, we just try to win at the fatigue game, and then you're just wrecked. So you have to play it in a certain way that he may think that you're tempo mage and that he plays it aggressively, and then you can punish him with your Moltens. If you let him know that you're Echo, you will have a really hard time to win the game. So here we've got the Torisan. So here is really annoying. So we really want to duplicate our Thorisan, and at the same time Sylvanas is annoying. The really thing that can punishes us is Shield Slam on the Sylvanas and steal our Thorisan. So here, but having our Thorisan duplicated is too important, and we can't play around it. So I'm just going to counter spell it, and make him trade the Sylvanas with the Thorisan. We have played the he's at two armors, so like if he shields block, it will be counter spell, but he could like armor up, trade the armor smith into 5/5, and then have 5 armors and shield slam is Sylvanas. But it's like I mean it's unlikely that that he think of shield slamming his Sylvanas just to steal one Thoritan, and at the same time he may not see the play with the armor smith. So here I just went for it. I would not say it's greedy, but I really wanted to have my Thoritan, because without it, it's not impossible to win the game, but it's really hard. Like when you in a bad matchup, you have to play a bit more greedier to increase your chance of winning. If you play safe in a bad matchup, you will lose. Um, um, so here, yeah, if he does this, we can have another duplicate on Thorisan, which would be quite nice. Depends on what we get from the mad scientist. So here we got hopefully we managed to duplicate the Thorisan. So it next turn we are able to play another Thorisan. So he has to use removals or trade his board or use some spells. Um, Okay, he's going to shield slam. He wanted to shield slam the Thorisan, but hopefully we got a counter spell, so he has to trade. Uh, okay, he's going to trade this guy, and then yeah, it thought like it may have been another duplicated. Yeah, I don't know. He didn't want to trade our Thorisan, feeling it might be some kind of effigy or stuff like this, but. So here the flame strike for 4 is really nice, and with the goal it just destroys the whole board. So just there is just the repop of the Belcher, so really nice for us. And we can either play another Thoritan or play a Water Elemental. Here I want to have some better value with the Thorisan later on, and also I want to bait a brawl here because 3 creatures sometimes are enough to bait a brawl. And if he brawls, I don't want him to like get rid of double Thorisan. Um, so what does he have? And also the water elemental is annoying because it prevents him to attack with his weapon next turn. Okay, he put the Harrison boy, museum boy. So here we are just going to trade in the biggest minion. So getting rid of all these of this shield maiden, playing another Thorisan. Because we have to play something. We can't play the Healbot because it's really bad if we top deck the Molten, because then we will have to wait a long time before playing it. So playing another Thorisan just for the board presence, and if he goes for the trade, then we have a duplicate. I mean we have the effigy. So what we got from this? Okay, you got the Unctioneer, like old good bro from Miracle. We can now play Miracle Echo. Yeah, okay, he doesn't have anything to remove it. Just destroy our water with the Baron. So here we could go for the double spells Miracle Engineer, but it's like a bad play because we lose at the fatigue game, and also polymorphing the 7/5 is not that great because he can still play after Ragnaros, Izera and big stuff like this, and here we just have an easy trade with the Engineer, so we have to go for it. I can yet play my Molten because 1 mana short, but without the duplicate it's a bit greedy. So when you play your Molten against Warrior, you have to make sure that you echo first, or never play both of your Giant from your deck if you don't have a duplicate or echo of medivh, because if you destroy them, you just lose the game because you have no more resources, so you have to play them really cautiously. So yeah, we've got the ship for the next threat. So we can tempo Doomsayer just to prevent him to play another big minion next turn, and really unlikely for him to just remove use an exec just for this creature, because he knows that we may have bigger threats, so he will maybe wait for another turn and we just get rid of this armor smith, not giving him extra armor. Another Doomsayer. But here we have to play the Molten. We've got the duplicate, so if he is likely to slam exeg or to shield slam the or BGH the 8, and so just after this we have double Molten, so that's a bit scary for him. Here is the bad card for us. This tournament girl makes the game a bit harder, because of course you have to play a bit even more for the value giant, because if you lack of giant, you will certainly lose with the tank up. So here we have a free trade. We don't need to echo here because we've got the duplicate. So no need to make a one giant echo. I mean the one giant effigy, since we have the trap. So yeah, here if you would have had the BGH, it would have been bad, but just playing echo on one giant against control warrior is like it's when you miss. I wanted to wait for one more turn at least, to in case I top deck another Molten, and then I can maybe ping myself and then play both and echo. Here I'm forced here to echo. I'm not forced, but I want to just have one giant in backup, so that if he removes it, I will not have to wait because too much time. Because if the last giant is at the bottom of my deck, and if I don't echo this one, I will have to I will be dead before at fatigue before being able to play the giant echo, and I will be forced to play my echo cards before getting the other giant. So here I'm forced to get some at least one threat to play after he remove this one. Here Alex Trace is nice because he got she has a nice value on his health. He was at 28, and I start to apply pressure on him. He may brawl on this board. If he plays a big creature, I can just ship it, or and then play another Molten. Okay, so really, yeah, two chances on 3 that I get my creature, so regular brawl. Alex Strasa is nice. Here I'm going to draw, even if it's bad against control warrior, but at the same time, if I have to kill him quite quickly in this matchup, because I will lose at the fatigue game, and if I can apply him a lot of pressure on him and makes him use his 2 brawls, then I can just spam the board quickly, and with all the giants, he will not, even with the tank up, he will not be able to sustain enough to avoid dying. Because when you have like 5 giants, it's already 40 damage on board. You can use one exec, but you you can still deal him like 30 damage per turn in 2 turns. Is just wrecked. So you can deal with the Alex Traza, which is nice because it's we'll be soon to remove his armor. So here the play is just to yeah, here it's the echo turn, of course, because we have 3 and at least you have to play it on 2 big cards, and here we have got the healbot, so I just played the healbot for 1 extra healbot. Here I can't play the other healbot, because if I play the other healbot, I will overdraw 1 card next turn. You have to really count. Don't press you when you play when it's your echo turn. You may have to rob, but you have to make sure that you won't be punished by another draw on a giant or stuff like this. So here just play the echo, and then play another healbot just for the board, and maybe to also bait here. It's really baits the brawl, he has just one brawl remaining, so if he brawls, then next turn I can just play another Alexstrasza. If he has no answer, I can kill him in 2 turns. And here, when I am at 30 HP, of course I will use the Alexstrasza on myself, because on him he is at 15, so it doesn't matter. And it doesn't really matter if I Alexstrasza myself, because even if he grumps, then he can deal with the board, and at the same time I can play my giant really free, because being not able to play my giant will lose me the game. So here I'm forced to do in this matchup. You're often forced to also use your Alex on your turn when you heal bot. So here he's going for the rag, so he has two chances on 4 to hit one of my big creature. So Alexstrasza will die. Okay, here. Okay, so I can either flame strike and kill it with the healbot, so I can keep my polymorph for an extra for an Izera Grum, because flame strike has not that value in the late game. Or I can just yeah, polymorph for 0 is really insane, and I can combine it with the Alexstrasza. I mean, if I flame strike, I do nothing of my turn, and drawing was bad. So here polymorphing the Ragnar was really great, and I can just Alexstrasza here. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, here I have to Alexstrasza myself, because then next turn if he brawls, I'm able to play another giant, maybe with the duplicate, and yeah, he would have no more brawls. So yeah, no reason to trade this ship. He can't kill us with Grom, because like even with Inner Rage he would have had like 13 damages. If he brawls, then we can just play next turn giant with another thing. Okay, execute. So we still have lethal on board. You have to get rid of the Alexstrasza. Okay, Alexstrasza himself. So giving him extra time. So we have like 12 damages on board. Maybe with the with the unstable we have no water fire elemental. We don't have it. So here at this point. I'm just going. I see he didn't brawl next turn. I'm just going to face with my minions, ignoring ears, because here if I trade the Alexstrasza, then I don't have lethal next turn after it, and he can just play another threat, and it's a bit of annoying. So here I'm just going for the lethal next turn. He got the brawl, top deck it. Nowadays all the warriors are playing 2 brawls, so you have to play around this, and we've got the Alexstrasza. Even if we lose it, we were still able to play like 1 more turn, freeze at the same time the board, and get the lethal in like 2 turns. So he has to, yeah. Even the only thing that saves him is the BGH, and we just win the game. And here, even if I lose the board here, I could have still played like double Molten. With or Molten plus the freeze plus even maybe draw for the duplicate, so he was dead. So as you saw, the duplicating Turrithan, then getting a great value with our giant is the way to play this matchup. Okay, so here we are against another warrior, maybe a patron warrior with I don't remember the name of the character, but there are a lot of control warriors at the moment. So as I said before, you just go for your Torisan in the mulligan. Sometimes when you don't have it, well, so when you don't have your Torisan, the strategy is to try to fake the tempo mage and make them rush you down, or the freeze mage and make them rush you down with their creatures, and then surprise them with a big giant turn with echo. That's the way, because otherwise you like it's the Torisan or the giants, or aggressive play with the giants to win the game. We still don't have the Torisan. We have the Mad Scientist, so it can gives us accelerates a bit in our deck. Yeah, here it was really bad because the counter spell just popped at the beginning, and so we lose it in the on the coin. We can play Mad Scientist just to accelerate in our decks, and ping the ghoul so that we have the trade. Yeah, here both were okay, but I want to prevent having the ice block next turn. Like if I get the effigy with the Mad Scientix next turn, it will be a bit better. So a bit better. So I want to increase the chance of not. To having like effigy next turn or duplicate and not having the ice block. If I played the Mad Scientist and got ice block, I would have like my ice block would be that card in my hand, and then I would have to wait a long time because before playing before playing duplicate and stuff like and and all the stuff that come after. So it wasn't really mana efficient, but I still at least I got my effigy. So if I top the Torisan, then I can play duplicate and Torisan like in the future turns. That was the idea. Uh, um, we've got two giants, so if we're just rushed us down, and we can just play Molten, Echo of Medivh, and Duplicate, or just Echo, Duplicate, which is really nice. You can sometimes surprise them, and if they have no brawls, like in the two turns, you just win. Of course, you have to play Echo and have backup giants against the warrior, because either way you just die. Um, Here a flame strike would have been good, like okay. We are just going to ping this guy, even if he makes armor for him. We next turn, if we have a flame strike, we have an easy board clear. Boom would be a bit annoying, but we have the polymorph. The polymorph in this matchup is for Boom, is for Izera, is for Gramash. Sometimes Sylvanas, but yeah, you play your BGH now, dude, but you don't know what's coming for you. Like if he knows if he knew what I had my end. Um, so the okay. So here, nice flame strike Ryu. That's why I like playing two flame strike in this deck list, because against all those control mid range matchup, the flame strike is really better than the blizzard. Like blizzard is really nice in freeze mage, but here I want to remove the board and just freeze the board and let them have still the board. Here's the boom. So here a bit like if I can either, if I polymorph, I do not think of my turn, because healbot wouldn't be that great, and I would got the duplicate and effigy on the healbot. Effigy would be still okay, but the duplicate on the healbot would be really bad. So just pinging to play my Molten a bit freely. Okay, I could play double giant with the duplicate. I'm sure it's okay, but here being able to polymorph plus playing the giant is better, because you don't have that many ways to deal it with the board. He's forced to use some spells on it. So okay, shield slam, it's okay. I don't want him to know that I have got the board giant in my hand. So here it just gives another giant, and then I start having my giant value. So next turn, if you just rush me, I can play like 3 more giants and then ping the echo. So it doesn't really matter if I'm really low, because I still have the healbot in hand. That's why you don't have to play the healbot. You have to keep the healbot just for the extreme moments, and just here got an extra healbot. So here the thing is to just count the cards in your hand. So playing here is of course the giant turn, but you have to also think of not dying next turn, like with the Grom. So here in fact here mm, here it would have been better to play here it's either the healbot or the Sun Fury, um, because other way you can just pop the block, and of course we echo. I think it would have been better to play the Sun Fury and then echo, because here with the Sun Fury we would have one extra Sun Fury in hand, which is really important, because when you want to avoid dying and have a taunt at the late game, it's really important. And the other, because Healbot here just prevents us to play other giants if he plays around it. Of course, he's forced to play to destroy our giants, but at the same times, um, hmm, um, here another thing is that I'm just going to slow and to reput the picture. Here, in fact, I didn't play the Sun Fury after the Echo because I should have played the Sun Fury then Echo because it was really safe because he would have been able to pop the block at any cost. Like he could have popped it, but he would have need to brawl because I was at 10 HP, so he would have needed to brawl and then attacking with the weapon, having a good boombot, etc., etc. Here I played the healbot because with the Torisan, he would have needed to play with the. If I played the Sunfree, then he could have just brawl, and then I was at 10 HP, so he could have just attacking with the weapon, so it's 4 plus plus the boombot was one chance on 7, like one chance on 7 to die, so really likely for it to die. And then there is only if there is only 1 minion remaining on my bot, which is likely to be, he has one chance on 2 to hit my face with the boombot, and a regular boombot is like around 3. So here the boombot can do 2, 3, 4, so it's 2/3 chance to get 3 or 4. And so with a simple bash he could have popped my block. Though if I play the healbot here, he would have needed to Grom, then go face, so he has like 14 with the weapon with Grom, 15 with the ship, 16 with the boombot, and then since the boombot dies with the death rattle, he has one chance on 6 to make the to pop the block with the boombot going in my face for 2 was enough, but he had one chance on 6. Though here playing the healbot, contrary to the Sun Fury, makes the Grom one chance on 6, and that's why I should have played the Sun Fury and Echo before, but then when I realized it, I played the healbot was better because I wanted to keep my Sun Fury, and in case of brawl, in case of Gromash, he had less chances to pop my block. So it was really tricky, but sometimes you have to calculate a bit the probabilities of the cards, like of brawls or the boombots. And here it was one chance on 3 for him with playing the Sun Fury, whereas if I played my healbot, he has just one chance on 6 to pop my block. So here the play is quite easy. Just Alex Straza. I could play Alex Straza and then playing my on his face, but here I just prefer to after a ball just to expand on the board because it's really unlikely for him to have a second ball just directly. And even if he has the second ball, I have 3 big straights in hand plus the Torisan. So yeah, he had the Grom, so he's going just for the pop of the ice block. But doesn't really matter for us because we have the healbot, we have the Alex Straza, and we can just play our Molten for free and trade with his Gromash. The only thing that you feel in this matchup, yeah, I feel the Fury. I don't feel the Fury, dude. Is the second brawl, and so you have to play a bit around it. So here we can either ping and play then Molten. We can keep at least one Molten and then play our healbot. You have to also count the damage to just try to set up lethal as soon as possible, but not playing too much on being wrecked by a ball. So of course I have to trade one giant in the Torisan. So here I just here healbot is better than Alex Straza because I want to keep Alex Straza to kill him and not on my face, and because playing Alex Straza myself will make my giant cost 5. And here I can just play for 0, and no way he can kill me at 9 health after playing the Gromash. Because it's not Green Patron and doesn't run like with the weapon double bash or things like this, but it's really unlikely. So here comes the second brawl, it updates it, but it doesn't really matter that much because we have high chances of getting another giant, and here uh, even if he's at 28 HP and we at night, we can just play giant and Torisan and Echo of Medivh. You want to Echo before like playing Alexstrasza here, even if he had made two brawls here, we have a crazy value with the Echo, so we can just play Echo, get really much a lot of resources, and then just destroying it with surprise Alexstrasza next turn. Um, just playing it very safe. We saw the second ball, so it was okay just to play the Alexstrasza, but in case of double BGH or thing like this, he could just or BGH execute, he could a bit come back, and it would we would have been waiting a long time, and we don't have the value with the Echo, and so here no way for him to answer this board with the two balls gone. So I hope you enjoyed the video, the commenting gameplay. I will make two other commenting gameplays at rank 3 and 2 in the in like 1 or 2 days. And so if you have any questions on some plays or on certain matchup, feel free to ask me or to add me on the Battle.net. I will answer them gladly. Bye guys.